trash man from hell. Unfortunately, someone's probably gonna die now because he's shown up now, which isn't a brilliant time. Because he's shown up when everybody's not prepared for a fucking boss. That's fine. Dempsey's little triangle face, which is like, no, no, no. I really like it. Yeah, let's find the secrets for OG MD. We've got the red Nishiki. Get it in beginner mode automatically on the second playthrough. Some other thing, Leech Chaos, something about clearance scenario 12, battle mastery, and shooting down 10 units. Automatically unlocked in the second playthrough if the conditions are previously met. Another thing, possibly having to do with Arado Ciola's kills. Free Electron Cannon. Do something special? Obtained stage 34. Do something special? The player tutorial is high yelling at Arado because that's what the tutorial has been. Every time there's been a tutorial, it's only been in games with Arado in, and it's always him not knowing how to pilot the fucking robot anymore. And it, like in Alpha 3, it was him not knowing how to use the fucking robot anymore. And then in OG Gaiden is him getting yelled at by Kai. Second OG is him getting yelled at by Kai, and Moondwellers is him getting yelled at by Kai. And it's like, Arado, you're part of the new aggressors. How the fuck do you not know how to get this shit done? He's like, pedal to the metal, coach. So Naruto is at Asuka. But he's gonna regen after we do a certain amount of damage to him because that's the sort of stupid fucking shit he does. So man, I don't think Arado knows how to do it even when Ciola's in trouble. I think Ciola's never been in trouble. The only time Ciola's been in trouble is because of him running up and grabbing her in his robot going, please stop being brainwashed. Where's the Ciola I know and love? The one with the huge boob and huge butt that's not sexy at all somehow. And then she just goes, I don't know, fucker! It's enough to break any mind control, just fucking insult them a lot. Insult them a lot and tell them their underwear sucks. It would be really good if it was Russell related again, and that's just how that secret goes now. It's always just make Russell be good. Do some bullshit with Russell to get the satellite later. Oh yeah, real mature, attacking the fucking hamster bear pig thing. Who even knows what it is? Oh, a map attack. Real fucking mature. Not even fight him. Oh, okay, well I didn't know that Asukim sucked. Like, I didn't know that Asukim actually just couldn't touch anybody. Oh, he missed the main boy, but he did all of his shit to the tiny man. Oh. So, there's Chien. I saw he mentioned Setsuko, and he's like, I'll never forgive you for what you did to Setsuko.
君は僕に何をもたらしてくれる?
The go on, put us in the fucking D6 of emotion or whatever the fuck it is. Tragic Carnasia. Interesting. Like, I think that's Carnage with the ER on the end, just to be cool. Yeah, I think that's what he's done there. Brilliant. Nice fucking that's to give you fucking idiot. There. Oh, and then you're gonna fight Rand. Well, Rand can't touch you, but he also doesn't need to, and she definitely doesn't need to defend Rand. Rand is a big enough, bad enough boy already. Rand, you really want to stop looking down on us so damn much, Astakim? I do no such thing. In fact, I'm grateful. Grateful that you spent so long growing the spheres for me. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now I'm gonna make you regret it, Astakim. Fucking Astakim getting all smart and sassy. You thought I was gonna say something nice, but actually, I'm bad. Integral Discaliber. Oh, nice work. Yeah, I'm hella excited for the Moon Dwellers. Okay, well, I suppose I should have Setsuko fight him, and Crow, and Hibiki. So, where are they at? Setsuko. Crow. No, you can't do that. It's too expensive for you, but it's just the right price for Hara. Okay, he's going. Enough, Astakim. Put your game face on and fight us with everything you've got already. Can't fool you, Crow. Bite me. You ain't getting your hands on our spheres with half measures. Oh, but I will. The harsh reality is that this is the limit of the strength you've attained through that Ascension fusion. Whatever, buddy. You don't need jack about shit or fuck all balls. Or spheres. Yes, man, it is. It's just like a Bari pose shooter thing, a Bari pose with the sword, close up Bari sword post slash. Very exciting. Touch anybody, okay, then I lost her again already. Setsuko is Asakim. You best accept the fact that you won't prevail over the battles ahead as you've done before. Really, being hunted by me today is what's best for you. I don't let other people decide what's best for me, and least of all you. Nice work, Setsuko. You tell that fucker. He's a fucking shithead from hell. And where's the Mixter? Who is Hibiki hanging out with? Oh, no. Of course. And then, Hibiki. You're quite impressive, Hibiki. I can see why Advent had such high hopes for you. I don't care. That means nothing to me. Your sphere will be key to the battles ahead, and I'm here to claim it. You may both want to defeat the envoys, but I'm not about to let someone like you have my sphere. I won't be dancing to your tune, Asukin. If we fought the crystal dipshits, Suzune would say that she can sense Tempty's will behind them, and Hibiki would say, I feel no malice, just pure childishness. That's what makes her frightening, so don't hesitate for a second to kill others for her amusement. You did, fucking shot the other eye, right in the chops. Yeah, he's definitely dead, but also going to regenerate, so... And he's either going to regenerate now, or he's going to, like, come back. Oh no, okay, yeah, he'll be like, I'm going to see you later. So he just go, blows up. Wait, what? Boing! The power of 4 spheres! He's like, yep! They've heightened the curse the servitors placed upon me. With the 4 spheres under his control, he's effectively immortal. And Asukin then says, it's high time you learned a bit more about your enemy, so I'll allow you to meet Sacrifi. And then he just leaves. I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. Dang it! Darling. It's fine, we'll get him. So, this sucks. Not only can we not, like, kill him through any way we actually know about, he even, like, held back to drive home the point even more. So is it time to despair yet? And Rand is like, nah, it's never time to despair. And he says, there's this other thing. I mean, we don't have to kill him. Remember when we sealed him in a zone? Like, that was fine till somebody let him out. So all we gotta do is not lose hope, and hope that between Chief and AG, that they can come up with an anti-Asukin device or whatever, and soon. So, how are we gonna chat with Sacrifi while she's inside an indestructible crystal prison? And then Setsuka's like, what if we just don't break it? What if we just penetrate it with our thoughts and talk to it? It's like, oh, the sphere of the sorrowful maiden. So she's just gonna go over and do a brain whammy on it. Reaching through to Sacrifi. So here's Sacrifi who oh my god. Alright. So she introduced herself to Hamriel the Star, and thanks her for heeding her call. And Setsuko says, hi, I'm Setsuko Ahara, you can call me Setsuko if you want. And Sakurai says, no. All the sphere reactors are destined to have a destined part to play in these events. And as a reactor, you are Hamriel of the Star, and the star refers to the twinkling lights in the heavens, whose brilliance can only be appreciated when all else that is dear, such as friends and family, are gone. And then she says, Velkiel Zahit is iron, tempered by the heat of the forge into the strongest, most durable steel. It's like, darling, this nickname aligns. Weird. And then Sacrifi says, Zuriel the Unbreakable. And then Crow says, I don't give a shit. Like, just stop. You just like, stop. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't believe in fortune telling. And then she says that whatever we think of as the unwritten future is nothing of the sort. It was she who engraved the stigma, and that this fate that we've ended up is might be set in motion. And she didn't do it as a servitor, though, she did it as an individual. And to explain why, she must first explain who the servitors really are. And they were the first of the all races across all multiverses to touch the origin law, which is dimensional energy, and became higher dimensional beings. And that was 120 million years ago. And Darren is like, Earth years? Fucked up. But they saw it as their mission to guide other races who would follow in their footsteps in fulfillment of universal order. Not many races achieved perfection, though, and many followed distorted and perverted evolutionary paths that spread strife across the stars. And that's when the servitors began to actively regulate evolution as the highest probability way to achieve their aim. And then Roger's like, and anyone who didn't play along... and was like, yeah, like invaders got labelled as a Baal, right? And it's like, yep. If you didn't play along, you got labelled as a Baal and thus the enemy, an unavoidable consequence given the duty of all life forms achieved higher dimensional status. And this was against the backdrop of a 12,000 year cycle of death and rebirth. It's been repeated countless times, but I mean... Like, my calculator on my fucking computer does 120 million divided by 12,000, like 12,000 divided by 120 million. So, I mean, it's actually quite countable. But it's happened in countless universes as species rose, strove to survive, and fell. And mentions like proto-culture and stuff like that. We're like, and Cappy's like, so what right, other than like pride of position, and you got there first, made you the executive producers of the entire multiverse? And she's just like, yeah, I sort of regret it all, really. And she says that her people are not gods, but their actions assumed godlike arrogance over time. And she mentions that there's Advent the joyful, or like he's of happiness, I would prefer to say. He's the de facto leader of the service, and he took joy in his control over reality and the happiness and contentment. But even he isn't the final supreme authority on it. And it's like, so who's this supreme god then that we've heard about? And she says, the supreme god Sol. It's a new star the servitors created, and it's a control mechanism for origin law that made the servitors who they are, and it was made 120 million years ago. And Kiriko then says, a system, huh? Well, I've had a lot of experience with artificial gods before. And he's like, yeah, but this one makes an unending stream of origin law, and is self-aware. And it wasn't so happy with what we'd been doing with its power, so it killed itself. And she's like, and that might have been the best choice, because it was an evolved inanimate will. Maybe that was the best decision it could make. So 12,000 years ago it destroyed itself, and it sundered the supreme god Sol into 12 spheres and various little lumps of black knowledge, which scattered all across the multiverse. Brilliant. And while it shocked the servitors, it didn't actually like stop them from doing anything, and their ability to like continue their deal with the multiverse was unopposed by that point. But it became clear that they were going to need help to survive the big 120 million year thing, and that was why they wanted to make Sol whole once more. So, talking about this supreme god and the great ultimate and all that thing, basically, you made a mechanical god, right? And it needs the 12 spheres to be repaired in time for the coming apocalypse? Like, yep. The servant's been searched all this time for the spheres, and those react with them, and in repentance for their past actions, expelled Advent from their midst. And Fudo called Advent the last person a long time ago, and Crow's like, oh, so AIM wasn't talking complete shit all the time, then? But leaving someone like Advent on the loose seems like a pretty bad idea. And why not deal with him like in a more definitive way? And Sacrifi says, part of the deal when we ascended 120 million years ago was the revelation that we needed to forswear conflict forever. It might not make much sense to you Earthlings, but we're incapable of taking each other's lives. And Hermione's like, that's fucking stupid. But she basically, that's really dumb because you've taken lots and lots of other lives, directly or indirectly, and to say that you then can't take each other's is ridiculous. But basically, Sacrifi is the only one who knows what Advent's been up to, with Tempty and Doctrine just like redoubled and rededicated themselves to their mission, which unfortunately means ruining Earth's lives and wiping out a galaxy or few and all that other stuff that Sacrifi keeps saying it's unavoidable, you gotta do it. But she says that Doctrine can't abide perverted evolution. Tempty loves flexing her muscles for the sheer hell of it, and Sacrifi is just like, and I'm overwhelmed by sorrow. It's like, and Lauren's like, why didn't you just fucking lift a finger to stop your comrade at all? And then she says, as the 120 billion year apocalypse approaches, space-time starts to get all weird and fragmented, and the way to stop that is for living things to proceed down a good path. And then Warrior's like, actually, I think you're full of shit. Like, that really involves, like, and he's like, we're gonna stop the apocalypse anyway, so don't you worry about it. And she's like, I'm sorry, tiny boy, it's gonna take more than killing a few space monsters to cancel the apocalypse. And she says that Doctrine's busy wiping out races with the potential to mutate into new Baals, for instance, like not even ones that have already done it. He's just like, oh, they might do it. Clicks fingers, it's dead. So everyone's like, so what the fuck have you been doing? She's like, I've been trying to nurture races with the potential for perfection. And that basically just means us, the Earthlings. And everyone with the stigma in Z Blue are a sample of the Earth as a whole. And our path towards perfection has been paved with like one trial after another. And we got thrown from the UCW to the ADW, that was her job. As was the arrival of the Vajra to the Earth Sphere, she engineered that, and that got the Frontier Fleet all mixed in, everything. It's basically all her, and she's full of shit. And she just wanted to make a Garden of Eden of sorts, where the bearers of the blood of beasts, the mingling of the waters, the journey of the wind, and the culture of fire could, like, all get together. And that would be the Blue Earth that we currently got. And she was going to put it in the time prison to stop evolution reaching the perfection, while distracting Doctrine with stuff on the Green Earth. Unfortunately, the Overseer she sent, a Gadolite Mjonsam, took things in an unintended direction, and he couldn't bear the thought of his world being, like this world being protected while his one had just been completely destroyed by the same people. He couldn't deal with at least like what made us so special. So, unaware of her wanting to protect us, we beat the shit out of Gadolite and refused eternity inside the time prison. And she says, and thus it's your own damn fault that Sidril came and took over the Earth. And she says that Advent presumably sent you to the Galactic Centre as a demonstration of how powerless you are. And she turned it up even more by inviting us to the Chaos Cosmos when we didn't get the hint. And Akagi's like, did it not occur to you ever that we just wouldn't quit, even in like when shown bigger and bigger challenges? Like, have you not seen us? And then Banjo and Hibiki just go, why the fuck didn't anybody just tell us what was going on? Why did you keep doing these weird games? And so why didn't you just tell us what you wanted to do? And Susanne says, like, were you lying to yourself to hide the guilt you feel? And she says, you guys don't understand. You guys don't understand. The servant's actions weren't mistakes, and it was her own actions that were wrong. It was futile to expect an immature race like the Earthlings to grasp her great work. And Randy's like, so now you're trying to protect your own heart? And then Crow's like, shut up, Rand. Like, the past can't be changed. What do we do now is the important question. And Sacrifi just says she doesn't want to take counsel with the Earthlings because she's a servitor. And it's better she's like, you should have just contented yourself with my benevolence and lived out forever inside the prison. And then she's like, I'm not going to suffer you any longer. And then Shattered Glass broke in the prison. And Doctrine has come to pick Sacrifi up. And she says, well, I'm going back to where I was born and I will do my duty as a servitor. And she says she can't directly control our minds now that we've tasted perfection. So she just asks us, like, says, so just of your own volition, can you stop? Could you just not? And she says that the advice of that advice is the last thing she can do for us. And she tells Hamriel the hopes that the two could understand each other seem to have been in vain. She's like, "You're sorrowful, alright?" But she's shit. So her homeworld, Esterlin, beckons, and it's the place where the residents became the four servitors. And it's this universe's third planet from the sun. The solar system is yet another parallel Earth. But off she goes. But basically, that's why I disagree with her being of sympathy, because she's not. Like, she's totally self-absorbed in her bullshit. Like, she's too busy feeling sorry for herself to actually, like, do anything useful for anybody. But we've got a thing down here. So Setsuko, it's Sacrifi, and Setsuko, AG just tells Setsuko that she's learning a hard lesson. Just because she can understand somebody else doesn't mean that you and they can get along. And like, she understood like some of the sorrow that Sacrifi was going through, but she just doesn't agree with her actions and everything else. And she says that she knows deep down she can't afford to hesitate in battle, not with so much at stake. When Toby, Denzel, and everybody else show up, Denzel is like, "Hey, you're friggin' talking to the ace of the friggin' glory stars, you jerk." And "Sir, yes sir!" So they get all drill sergeant on him. "Sir, yes sir!" So march, get going. Hop, 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 hop. So off they go, and Setsuko is like, "You know what? I'm gonna undertake the challenge of facing my sorrow. I'm gonna overcome it." And unlike Sacrifi, she won't become drunk on that sorrow and sadness, because she's got good friends who aren't gonna lock her in a whack-ass crystal prison. I'm gonna buy a Mega Booster, and I'm gonna buy that, and I'm gonna buy the Soul Armor too, because those are all fucking good-ass items. And then I'm gonna end the recording.